Hi everyone, I am Lisa Furlan with lisafurlan.com and I'm a crowdfunding consultant for authors. I've actually helped authors raise over, $125,000 at this point on Kickstarter and IndieGoGo. And those are just clients I've actually worked with. I've helped I don't know how many other authors who have consumed resources off my website and or have worked one-on-one with me. And so it's been really exciting to help these authors succeed at kickstarting or IndieGoGoing their books because it's a lot of fun and I love seeing dreams come true. Now, one of the hard parts about crowdfunding your book is that so many authors are really bad at it. And it's not their fault necessarily. It's that they don't realize what they're getting themselves into when they start. And you take a look at someone's success on Kickstarter and they raise $15,000. You go, wow, that's easy. You don't see all the work that went into it in the first place. And so that's really my goal as a consultant, and when the articles I write and the interviews I conduct with other authors is to shed light on how much work is involved in fundraising. So if you have a book and you are trying to sell it before it exists, it is quite difficult to get people on board. And then you send them to this platform called Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and you're like, hey, give the money over here, take money out of your pocket and put it over here, and I promise I'll get it, and then I'll fulfill your book. And it's just a different transaction than most readers are used to. And so there's a lot that we have to do to get people ready to take action. And that is what I help authors do. So I'm here today to talk to you about the top 3 things that indie authors struggle with the most on crowdfunding their book. So number 1 is just they underestimate how much work is actually involved. I mean, like really underestimate. Like they think 10,000 is no problem and I have to be the dream killer and be like, $10,000 is not easy to raise. I don't know who you are or what you think you're doing. The 10,000 is not an easy goal. And I want to make sure you understand how not easy it is. So, you can look at someone's campaign and say, it looks really easy. And then on the back end, you discover they've been in business for 15 years and they've been building relationships for 15 years and they've been developing these relationships with journalists and with bloggers and with people with large networks. And so after you do that over an extended period of time and you start writing content for these people and then they share your content with their audience, you get a net of their audience. And so the whole goal of crowdfunding is you have your core group of people who believe in you or want your product, and then they back you on the crowdfunding platform. We're just going to go with Kickstarter because it's easy for me to say. Kickstarter, and then they love it and they share it with their group. And so you get everyone's network who shares with their group, and then that group knows people who would be interested, and so they share. And obviously, the further away you get from that core group, the less likely you are going to be to convert those people who don't know you at all. So you will get some strangers on your crowdfunding campaign, but you're not going to get too many. The idea is that, you have your core group, your Aunt Martha, your Aunt Jane, and then they share it with their friends, and like 2 of their friends climb on board and buy your book on Kickstarter. So it works like that. Now, if you have these big connections, like bloggers or journalists, and they share it with a lot of strangers, you're going to get broad coverage, but it's going to be a lower conversion rate than if there was this interpersonal relationship, right? Because how many times have you read an article and you didn't click anything? You just read it and you didn't click to buy, you didn't click to learn more, you didn't click anything. You're just like, okay, that's interesting, cool. And you walk away and you carry on with your life. That's what most people are doing when you generate content for your campaign. So it's really up to you to make your core group as large as possible. And people underestimate how much work is involved in building an audience who truly cares about you enough to take action on launch day. Which brings me to point number 2, is that a lot of authors underestimate how much work is involved on launch day itself and how important launch day is. And I say this all the time, and I hope if you hear this, this is like, yeah, Lisa, I've heard it a million times. Launch day is the most important day of your campaign. Some authors make up for a bad launch day, and they end up having like a really good second day. But really, launch day is the most important day of your campaign, and it sets the tone for the rest of your campaign. So you want on launch day to show the highest number of backers and a large chunk of your funding already complete. Some people say you need to raise 20% on launch day. Some people say you need to raise 80% on launch day. It really doesn't matter, but I would say that higher numbers is better. So if you have 50 people on launch day. That's huge. That's totally huge. If you have 2 people on launch day, back your campaign, that's not so huge. And you want to focus on getting a lot of people. And that gets into the $1 strategy and all these things. So there's a lot of different strategies for lining up people on launch day, but that is something that a lot of authors struggle with, is they launch to no one and then their campaign doesn't go anywhere and they wonder why. And it's because your launch day launched to crickets. And that's it. So yeah, launch day is big. And then reason 3 why so many indie authors struggle with crowdfunding their book is that they don't generate content outside of back my book on Kickstarter. Hey, pre-order my book. Hey, pre-order my book. And it's the same message over and over again. And this is something that if you have generated anything before, you realize that you need different marketing messages for different people. Some people really love memes. Some people love videos. Some people love live Facebook videos. So it depends, and you want to do something that you're comfortable with, but also that gets your readers sharing and interacting organically with your page. And that's really sort of just like the key to all marketing. Like that's sort of the secret to it all, is that you need to generate content that your readers really enjoy and just do that over and over again and deliver it to them in different ways and make sure they see it throughout your campaign and are taking action. And that is why I've created a course called Crowdfunding for Authors course, and it has all of these ideas and it has the core tenets of how to crowdfund your book on Kickstarter or IndieGoGo. Now, my special invitation to you is to join me for a 4-week group coaching program in addition to the course. So you get access to the course right away, and then we'll start our group coaching in January. And the idea behind this is that holidays are crazy busy, but you may have time to study and watch some of the videos in the course between now and when we get started in January. So just get up to speed, get your bearings straight, and then in January we'll start the real work where we go through everything, where there's accountability. You'll have minimal homework, but the homework will be designed to actually get you through the process and get you in a place where you feel really confident about your campaign and you feel super connected and like, I know what I'm doing. You're in a group of like-minded authors who are all there providing feedback and support for you. Now, if you are interested in just the course, you're like, I'm not doing a group coaching thing. I don't want to be in a group. I don't need another group. Cool, that's fine. The course is available for you really anytime, and you can just consume that on your own time. The course is designed for people who are looking for accountability. They are looking for access to me. I will be there to answer questions on a weekly basis and to guide you through the course so that the course doesn't just sit there on your computer, that you actually consume the content and you work with the content and you have a space to ask your questions and get feedback. Now, I am not here to provide one-on-one coaching for you. You can hire me separately for that if you want. This is a group setting where everyone will provide feedback on your content and give you input as a group. Because at the end of the day, one person's opinion, as awesome as I am, one person's opinion is one person's opinion, and you really need the feedback of the collective. And also, crowdfunding is a crowd activity. When you have a group of people who are all interested, we can all help each other, and a rising tide lifts all ships. And so you say, hey, this is what I'm working on. Hey, let me help you here. And so everybody within the group working together will really help everyone succeed. So being part of the group should increase your chances of succeeding, coupled with the course, which is going to lay out exactly how to do it and how to calculate your goals and your rewards, and gives you templates for how to interact with journalists and bloggers and pitch podcasters. All of it is there. And I will be there to help you along the way. And so this is a unique opportunity for you to test out this group coaching system. We're all testing out this group coaching system because I've never done a group session before. So it's an experiment for us all, but I'm offering it to you for free. All I ask in exchange is that you commit to the program and you show up and you participate, and that you are an active member of that community. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions at all. I am here to help authors crowdfund their books on Kickstarter and IndieGoGo, and I want to help you succeed. All right, bye for now.